You ever been tempted to get revenge on a narcissist? Don't answer that because I already know the answer. Maybe expose them, maybe embarrass them, or maybe even you have wanted to give them a little bit of the taste of their own medicine. But I get it. I get it. I know where you are with this because do you know what? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to make someone feel the way that they have made you feel if something untoward has been done? I completely understand. But let me tell you something. Revenge doesn't work. Revenge doesn't work on a narcissist for a variety of reasons. And this, my friends, this is what I'm going to be talking about. So stay tuned. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So revenge, I get it. I know. I've been there myself. And we want to make them realize how much they have hurt us, how they have made us feel. And you know what, like, I understand it's like, it's a human need. It's a human want. It is something that you would do to make them feel a certain way. And of course, it's going to evoke a variety of emotions, feelings, thoughts that come up for you. So of course you're going to want to make that person feel the way that they have made you feel. But you know what? There is another way that you can do this. Whilst I'm not advocating revenge is the way forward, no, there is another way that you can actually get past this. All right. And what I'm going to reveal in this video is exactly that. Think about it this way, right? Revenge is a negative emotion. It's a negative thing that you're doing because it doesn't come from a positive place. It doesn't come from a place of boundaries. What it does do is it comes from a negative place because what you're trying to do is unleash this energy, this upset, this hurt that this person has done to you back onto them. Whilst I completely understand why you want to do that, but then what you're doing is you are playing with fire. Fire against fire doesn't make it right. Two negatives don't make it right. Okay, and narcissists are the type of individuals, okay, that have no boundaries. So think about it. You're going to do this to them, they're going to do that to you. You're going to get them back and do something else. And you know what? They're going to get you back twice as bad. And then what happens is you're going to get the narcissist back 3 times as bad. And so on and so on. So this game, you're playing psychological games. It's psychological and emotional warfare. But guess what? The narcissist thrives on this. They love this. So who's going to get hurt in the long run? And I'm not saying because you're weak or you can't do this or you can't make this happen. Of course you can. I'm not saying this. And I know that you could. I know that it would make you feel good getting them back in this way. But in the long term, who's it going to really hurt? You, because you have feelings, you have empathy, you care. It's going to affect you more than it affects them. So think about that before you kind of click off this video or think, nah, I'm going to get them back. Because it doesn't work. It will not work in your favor. Instead, try this. Narcissists are all about attention. They crave it. This is their blueprint. This is what they want. This is what they desire. So if you're playing these mind games, let's play revenge, let's do this to them, you're playing their game. They love this. They want this to happen. They feed off the drama, the chaos, and the emotional reactions of yours. And what you have to understand that even though it is negative and you might think that it's affecting them, do you know what? They love it because actually the way that it works in their mind is that they're getting an emotional reaction from you. And the reason why they're getting an emotional reaction is because you care. That's the way they think about it. Even though you don't, even though you might really dislike them, if not even hate them, which again, I completely understand, but they're going to be loving the fact that you are doing this to them. Can you see how they think about this? It's completely different to the way me or you would. They're thinking about this, right, this is negative energy. They're giving me a reaction, something that I crave, something that I want. So you're meeting the narcissist needs. Think about it, you know, like when they get back in contact with you and you haven't heard from them for ages and ages and ages, and they get back to you after a bit of time and you're like, oh my God, this feels good. Or you're nasty to them. You do actually reply and be nasty to them. Again, whether it's positive or negative, you're still giving them attention. And this, believe it or not, my friends, is validating them. When you respond, they stay in control of your emotions, because you know what? They made you feel something, whether it's positive or negative, they made you feel something. And that is what they crave. That is what makes them feel good. Ever notice how a narcissist will push your buttons so that you explode? And then they will act calm and they would make you look and feel like the crazy one. That's because your reaction gives them power. So what do you do? What do you do when you find yourself in this situation? You ignore them. And this is why ignoring works. No attention equals no power. They feel invisible, which deflates their ego, which triggers them. It forces them to seek validation elsewhere and to stop playing these games with you. Did you know that when you ignore a narcissist, it makes them doubt themselves? Narcissists love to think that they're in control, that they can be and do whatever it is that they want. But when you ignore them, that illusion shatters because they don't know how to handle it. They've always, right, this is how they think, right? They've always known that you're going to behave in a certain way. If they trigger you or they press your buttons, you're going to behave in a certain way. But when you don't, when you ignore them, when you cancel out your reaction, this shatters their illusion, and nothing messes more with them than making them feel powerless. That's what you're doing. That's when you ignore them, that is what it's going to make them feel. And I know that this is a very strange analogy and you're thinking like, but how? When you ignore someone, that's just going to make them feel even worse. But right, okay, so think about it. How did it make you feel when the narcissist gave you the silent treatment, when they ignored you? Do you know what it did? I know what it did. It made you feel upset. It made you feel like they don't care. You care about them, but they don't care about you. And all you wanted was answers. All you wanted was to understand why this person has stopped talking to you. Yeah, because it made you go inside and start thinking. That's what happens to them. It shatters their illusion. And how it hurts them is because, wait, why are they not responding to this? I mean, they would have done before. What? So you then become unpredictable to the narcissist. You've also got to understand that their ego depends on your reaction because it validates them, because they know then that you care, that you feel some type of way for them. And then what happens, you know what happens, is they then start doubting their own charm, their own ability, and then this ruins their confidence. Think about a time, okay, when the narcissist would have sent you a text and they expected some sort of reaction from you and then you ignore them. What happens next? Chances are they would have probably blown up your phone. They would have been messaging, probably calling, sending you long essay texts, and they probably would have played the victim to try and pull you back in. That's what would have been going on. That's them all over. When you ignore them, there's three things. There's three ways that they're going to do that. And you see, the thing is, look, you see, you can predict what's going to happen next. How is it that I'm able to say, like, these are the next three things that the narcissist is going to do? Because their behavior is cyclical. It is predictable. This is what they do. So the first thing they're going to do, they're going to love bomb you to try and pull you back in. The second thing is they're going to guilt trip you. And they're going to say, this is your fault. Why are you behaving like this? Why are you being so horrible to me? And then it's going to be the smear campaign, because why are you being so horrible to me? Oh my God, like, I'm going to tell people about you that you're such a nasty person. This is what they do. This is their ammo. This is them all over. And the critical thing that you need to remember is that revenge keeps you attached to them. It means that you're still thinking about them. It gives them proof that you still care about them, even if it's negative. It also keeps the cycle of drama going on and on and on. So you don't want any of this. You don't need any of this chaos. So don't do the revenge thing. Just silent. But let's be honest, revenge might feel good in the moment. Yeah, and you're going to get your own back and you're going to feel good. Yeah, and it's going to satisfy your ego. And yeah, you might be able to sleep well for about a week or two. But in the long run, it keeps you emotionally tied to them because you're playing their game. So what does true revenge look like? You know what it looks like, my friends? Is moving on and thriving, living your best life without them, doing what you want and not giving them a single thought. That's what it looks like, my friends. Do this for you. Do the silence for you. to get strong, to build yourself back up again. If any of this has resonated or you would need a little bit of help, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I've also got a journal club, and if you'd like to join that, please see the description box below also. If this has resonated with you and you have liked it, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Or if you haven't joined already, I would really love it if you were to subscribe to the channel. If you've found this video helpful, or if you've ignored a narcissist and got great results, please share your experience in the comments if you want to. And I also go live on this channel every single Tuesday. So my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.